Welcome to the season XVIII Tourney from Buenos Aires, Argentina. We come to you live from the obelisk in the middle, in the heart of the city. We built this stadium right here, stands all around. It's just a party staging in the back here. So it's just riled up, and fortunately for the Argentinians, they have a statesman, Esparza, Richie Esparza out of Argentina. He got selected by the captains in the draft, number 2 pick, and he's hoping to just ball out here. It's a 77 rating right now, so one of the best in the draft. Um, so let's just overview of what's been happening with the league coming into this. There's one more day of the market, but coming into the season, or coming into the tourney, Gremlin's pretty much unstoppable right now. Their average rating is a 103.3, which is unheard of. That's their average player. They're the best rated team, best throwing team, best catching team, best chemistry, third happiness. Look at their pre-index rating versus the competition. 11-point difference. Pharaoh's coming in second. They were first last year. The Gremlins just having they have a stronger team than last year, which is scary because they were undefeated during the season last year. But they're just hoping that their chemistry it killed them. They couldn't get on the same page in that playoff game, so hoping to get better. Their surprises. The Cats made a lot of good pickups. They're the 10th rated team, but chemistry and happiness is way down. So that'll just take time. They got a couple of rookies, but they traded their rookie to the Silverbacks. Silverbacks number 3. And let's just look at the breakdown of the groups. So to pass through, you have to be the best. You have to have the best points for points against ratio to pass through the group stage to be the final 4, and then to be part of the championship on day 3 of this tourney. There's 40 games. It's just craziness. They're very short games, and the games are only really for the coach to step back and see which strategy he needs to use for the season. So we split the groups up by kind of team type. So there's a team that's strong throwing, medium throwing, and then there's a team that's really happy, team that's a catching team, and then a team that's just a really good defensive team as well. So every group is split up hopefully even, so each coach can see how their team fits in and what their strategy can be going forward versus each type of team in during the season. So just making it more competitive. Everybody has their strategies out, so the coaches are really just going to let their players fly and see what sticks, see who's good. And at the end of this tournament, you're going to have another day to evaluate and see if you want to keep or fire any of your players and get some new guys if they misbehave. But by this point, most teams are four guys are pretty much set, and it's just this one player on each team that's kind of a test. So we'll see what happens. Let's just get going with these games. There's a lot of them, so I'm just gonna do the highlights. Checkers at Margay's first game. So we're gonna play through this game just as the first game. Margay's coming in with Ramsey, new guy, and Carlton after they lost Jay Woods, snatched away by the Gremlins. That was a big move. Checkers, they got Raekwon, big pickup after they lost Gerst from the Empire. So both these teams just trying to get back on page after having one of their players snatched away by another player at the end of their contract. So let's go. Dashers, Raekwon dashing for the Checkers. That's not a good look. Keelan for the Margays. Margays win the start. Keelan throwing at Raekwon. And the good throw. Pascal out. Timor. I mean, the Marque is really looking to be a good team this year. Really looking to definitely make the playoffs and definitely win their first division title this year. That's their goal. So, but this set's going on a long time, and the Checkers win this set. And Ruiz 4 for 4. He had a great set. You got the gist of it. Let's just get to the results here. Pharaoh Skylarks. Pharaoh's big pickup was Tamp. Let's see how two power guys can go against each other. The Margays, or the Skylarks, they gave up Maurice, their longtime guy. They said, oh, enough's enough, time to head in a new direction. And they got two other older guys, Vito and Jason, to fill the spot. And they got their young core. Potts is still, they're not sure if they want to keep him yet. So he's going to have to prove himself here. And Vasilyev, lead thrower, he had the best throw average. Giuliano, Vito, 6 for 5 throwing. So, I mean, that's a great pickup for them. Vito, he's the lead thrower for now. They're hoping that Vasilyev will move into that role as he continues to grow. But Vito is a great leader, and that's the thing. Vasilyev and Giuliano were just out there alone last year, figuring it out. And Freeman knows they need some guidance offensively, so it got Vito. Let's see, Charlie balled out, of course. Vega was 2 for 2 throwing with 3 catches for Vega. They need Vega. Well, first of all, they need to sign Vega and Temp. They have a lot of work to do as far as their contracts. Look at this. I mean, they got an auto sign with Accardi, so that could be, they got Tampa is wanting 12 million. They're trying to pay 11. He isn't accepting. Vega wants 5 million. Now they signed Dante to a new contract, but they might renege on that to fit under this cap. So that'll be a saga to watch. Let's just start speeding through these initial games. Silverbacks crushed the Toros. That's surprising. Reed was 3 for 3 throwing. But Salazar exerting himself offensively. Temp, that was a good pickup for them. Nicole, the rookie, best thrower out of the rookie class, 2 for 2. They had a very solid game. 100 execution. I mean, the Silverbacks trying to turn the corner with a new coach this year. Skylarks up again. Toros Empire coming in. They got Gerst, great defender. They got Narrow Streets, great dasher and a great supplemental player. And they're just hoping to erase all the hate and everything. So, and Ramos riding high. Wagner yet to make a real move. They had 2 auto signs, Ricky Cola and Irwin. I mean, come on, you gotta do a little better than that. But and Empire come out swinging 7 for 7 for Richard, 2 for 2, 4 for. I mean, they're just playing amazing. Look at their efficiency, 74 efficiency. The Toros the Toros have never been that good in the preseason tournament, but 4-0 like that, that's not a good look. Margays and Blackers. Margay split a series again. Captains and Sea Dogs. Esparza coming out. He's really the face of the team right now. And the Captains lost their big guy in Durant. Sven's getting older. They still haven't signed him to a contract. Brantley's always there, but he's kind of mellowed out. Ricky Pete is there, but how much can you really believe in him? Samir, he'll provide some guidance. He's been around the block. He got cut from the Gremlins. He's picked up now as an auto sign. And the Sea Dogs hoping to remain an elite team. Um, Ellie Miller, it's really his team now as Tamp left out after that championship run they had. They signed Skogstad, took a year off, got a little humble. And now he's hungry to join a pretty elite. I mean, Skogstad and Miller teaming up, that's pretty elite defending going on there. Davin Peters, second year guy out of Jamaica, didn't have a team last year, but he's going to try to fill the role as the lead thrower eventually. Right now it's Curtis, but he's getting older. They need a young blood to come up and take the role. So the Sea Dogs come out pretty strong. Davin Peters, 6 for 4 throwing. That's what they like to see. Miller didn't really do anything. 0 index. Not good. So Ricky Pete took the helm for Esparza 3 points. So really drawing the crowd with the local guy. Empire, Scarlet Ember. Scarlet Ember now. The Scarlet Ember, everybody seems to I mean, they hadn't made any moves in the offseason except signing close from the draft. They have $10 million after signing all their contracts. So people are thinking they're going to snipe somebody come market end. So if they cut somebody after this combine or after this tournament, it's pretty clear that they're going to snipe somebody that's expensive from another team and just make a splash that way. But Narrow Streets, he had all 4 dashes. Empire, I mean, Coach Ramos is licking his chops. Last year, it seemed like it was the end for him. It seems like he was going to fire himself from coaching and get a replacement, but it looks like he got new wind, and this team is looking really good. Phoenix versus Pharaohs, Hans Greeley, he's handed $16 million. Richest contract ever signed, broke his own record by $5 million, which is insane. But he's been everything to this organization. He got them their first playoff appearance. So it's going to be interesting to see if Nagley, young guy out of Virginia Tech, can come up quick enough to help Greeley out. Otherwise, he's going to be kind of alone. So things to look out for there. Greeley 7 points, Nagley 3 points. Spoon's a good pickup. He's going to be a sneaky good pickup. He's a good defender coming up. I mean, he's going to be solid. So I mean, they're a little young, but I think they have some promise. And Nagley, obviously, he's a quickster. I think he's fourth fastest in the league. So that's a great pickup for Phoenix. He fell in the draft. They were so happy. So Nagley, I mean, he was projected to go 1 or 2, and he fell all the way 5th. They were just losing their mind. Silverbacks selected Zavitz, who is a little faster, but he doesn't have any other tangibles. I mean, Nagley's a 62, and Zavitz is a 35. So Phoenix think they got a really lucky bounce there, and they're trying to take advantage of every minute of that. In the final game of the first session, going to be Diamonds versus Gold. Now the Gold fired Lenore after that meltdown in the championship. But hoping, I mean, they put in Corey. That might not be a permanent solution. They might look elsewhere after this tournament if they have the time and space. But and the Diamonds haven't really made many moves. They traded for Jordan, which is a boggling move. I mean, all he does is dodge. Not a good catcher, not a good thrower. So, I mean, this team is just a little weird. Spano in his second year. Now they did, after I talk all that bad about them, they did win the preseason tournament last year. They've won 3 times out of, I think, 10 tournaments. So, I mean, they love the preseason tournament. So let's see if they can make it happen again here. And that's not a good start. 4-0 is not going to work for you. So Gold looking like they haven't lost a step. Middlestein 10 for 9. He's looking like he's going to take that throne of lead thrower pretty easily from Lenore and more because he can catch as well. So, and that's what Pierce was thinking is like, I'm not going to pay for somebody that's one-dimensional when I have 2 young guys that can fill in for that. So that's what he was thinking. He's a smart guy. He's shrewd. So never get too comfortable in a gold uniform as a player because you are expendable. The gold is about Coach Pierce. He gets the championships. He gets the notoriety. He's always making the crazy moves in the off season. So, so we're just gonna take a second to tabulate these stats. And while we're doing this, we have the musical stylings of Argentinian leader of Argent Trap, Duki. He's going big, and they're trying to, be proud of you guys.
Yeah. Check. Quiero un Felipe Pater, roble Cartier por no ver la hora. Siempre sé lo que hay que hacer, duplico otra vez, un poco más el dólar. Vivo en pendiente mi name, mi plato, mi ex, ya no para el Lola. No me gustaron sus reloj y fue, igual troqué el otro día en el Lola. Le puse la Gucci con un short de Nike, puso cadena, estoy que goteo. Sigo volando, escudo de ciudad, tumbando el club, ya no paraneo. Con cara de que nada va a salir más, soy un rockstar, estoy que goteo. Estoy donde yo le dije que iba a estar, ustedes donde están no lo veo. Me puse la Gucci con un short de Nike, puso cadena, estoy que goteo. Sigo volando, escudo de ciudad, tumbando el club, ya no paraneo. Con cara de que nada va a salir más, soy un rockstar, estoy que goteo. Estoy donde yo le dije que iba a estar, ustedes donde están no lo veo. Nightlife, secuencia que van a mí, falta calma, por eso tomo otra pil. No sé cómo dormir, ella se volvió a ir. 6 AM vuelo pa' Madrid. Mientras fumo le pido a la luna volver a verte. Yo no sé qué voy a hacer, solamente siento que me va a atrapar lento la muerte. Mujer. Me puse la Gucci con un short de Nike, puso cadena, estoy que goteo. Sigo volando, escudo de ciudad, tumbando el club, ya no paraneo. Con cara de que nada va a salir más, soy un rockstar, estoy que goteo. Estoy donde yo le dije que iba a estar, ustedes donde están no lo veo. Estoy que no lo creo, transpiro oro por los dedos. Estoy que no lo veo, el humo me dejó ciego. Estoy que no lo creo, Vivo en pendiente mi name, mi plata, mi ex, ya no para el Lola. No me gustaron sus reloj y fue igual que el otro día en el Lola. Me puse la Gucci con un short de Nike, puso cadena, estoy que goteo. Sigo volando sudor en ciudad, tumbando el club, ya no paraneo. Con cara de que nada va a salir más, soy un rockstar, estoy que goteo. Estoy donde yo les dije que iba a estar, ustedes donde están no lo veo. De que no lo creo, transpiro oro por los dedos. De que no lo creo, el humo me dejó ciego. De que no lo creo, el Duki lo hizo de nuevo. De que, goteo.
One, two, three, four.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Meow.
Liberty, liberty.
Liberty, liberty.
Iba caminando por el medio de la disco cuando los dos nos empezamos a mirar. Ella tiene novio pero eso no le importa porque quiere sentir lo que es el trap, yeah. Ella jugadora te envenena y te lastima, poco a poco te empieza a matar. Ella una diabla, ni siquiera siente culpa, se acercó y nos pusimos a bailar. Y bailamos sin culpa, que yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No responde si el novio pregunta qué le había pasado, dónde había estado, estaba
y bailando sin culpa, que yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No responde si el novio pregunta qué le había pasado, en dónde había estado, estaba bailando sin culpa, que yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No responde si el novio pregunta qué le había pasado, dónde había estado, estaba bailando sin culpa. Estaba bailando sin culpa.
Ella se puso su mejor combinación, quiere moverlo con esta canción. Está lista para la ocasión, es para mí, para ella soy yo. Ella me dio más que solo su corazón. Ella es mi nena, es mi bombón. Arma los tragos, enrola el blon. Mientras tanto rompo el colchón. Hace más calor cuando esa loca me mira. Ando todo loco con ella, fumo María. Quiero verte todo el día. Si la pierdo a ella, yo pierdo mi vida. Ay, pero sé que esa loca vive de mentira. Ando enamorado y sé que ella es una bandida. Pero no me importa nada, porque bailo sin culpa y bailamos sin culpa. Yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No respondes si el novio pregunta dónde había estado, qué le había pasado. Estaba bailando sin culpa. Yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No respondes si el novio pregunta qué le había pasado, dónde había estado. Estaba bailando sin culpa. Oh, bailando sin culpa. Oh, bailando sin culpa. Oh, bailando sin culpa.
Iba caminando por el medio de la disco cuando los dos nos empezamos a mirar. Ella tiene novio pero eso no le importa porque quiere sentir lo que es el trap. Ella es jugadora, te envenena, te lastima poco a poco y te empieza a matar. Ella es una diabla, ni siquiera siente culpa, se acerca y nos pusimos a bailar. Y yo, nena, sabes que soy el mejor, al que nunca le dices que no, el que le mete fuego soy yo.
Y bailamos sin culpa. Yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No respondes si el novio pregunta dónde había estado, qué le había pasado. Estaba bailando sin culpa. Yo sé que en el fondo te gusta. No respondes si el novio pregunta qué
And that was Duki, the leader of Argent Trap. Hometown is Buenos Aires. We're actually gonna cut out right now. And we will be back a little later in the evening session. Thank you for being here, and we will see you soon.